How much more you got for me?
Now, this is the last order of protection. I'm allowed to text her and ask for my mutual parenting time.
Okay.
This is the latest one. If you notice in yellow, I have the right to ask her for the parenting time. And this is what she...
only regarding to welfare.
Now, this is where the extortion comes in. This is what she told me. I have to pay somebody else to see my daughter, a third party. And if I keep asking her to see my daughter, she's gonna have me arrested and say I harassed her.
What does anyone look at the message?
That's from my wife when I'm asking her to see my daughter. We're supposed to make mutually agreed upon parenting
Can you pull
time.
that back up one more time?
Yeah, how did you get that one?
Yeah, it just didn't look like a message or something.
Yeah, this is from asking her. I'll show you. I know it's behind this one. And I tried to explain it. She didn't even stay in court.
This was during a court visit?
Well, she left without
Oh, so
getting
this
that.
is just a
She left.
close-up of, okay.
This is what she said when I asked her for a mutually agreed parenting
So,
time. And she's telling me that I have to pay a third party who shouldn't be involved. It's third party custodial interference, plus her cousin, plus her, telling me that they won't let me see my kid unless I pay this third party money,
So,
which is amounting to $1,000 a
why
month.
do you want to, what is this third party? I'm very confused. Why do you need to pay this third party?
Because if I don't pay, I don't see her.
So is that like the person that's gonna be there while you see the kid or something like that?
Yeah, so she's saying that...
It's not court ordered.
I know, but I'm just saying like...
It's supposed to be
but
mutually agreed.
She's saying that she's not covering me and that she'll split the supervised business cost 50-50. So she's saying that she wants to split the money with you.
Okay, got you. So
No,
she
no,
doesn't...
I'm not
she
supposed
doesn't,
to be
this is
forced to
she's
pay to
saying,
see my
no, she's
daughter.
not forcing you.
Yes,
She's
she
saying
is.
She wants you to, it says supervisor only...
Right on the
comes down
bottom,
to you.
she says, consider this harassment and actions will be taken if I do it any other way or request my natural parenting time, which is not supposed to be interfered by any third party.
But you said she never got that document, right?
Yes, she did. I sent
She
it
did?
to her.
Can I see your ID?
Yes.
So we can have it on the report,
Yeah,
please?
this needs to be reported and the detective needs to come here.
Alright, so...
So, it just,
This isn't civil anymore, this is criminal, just for the custody.
I mean, so
That's
here's,
criminal.
so let me just put this out there. Like, we're gonna take a report for you and list your concerns and everything like that.
No,
And-
I need a report where a detective comes up here and I can show you.
So what's gonna happen is the domestic violence officers are gonna contact you because they're the ones that deal with all this. We come
Yes.
here, we take the report, and someone from our domestic violence unit will come and reach out to you or come pay you a visit.
This isn't domestic violence, this is a crime, these are felonies.
Yes, I understand, but they deal with domestics, okay? And they're going to
Okay.
direct you to what happened from
So
here.
well, you're gonna give me a case number?
We're going to give you a copy, so we're going to write
wait,
this,
you're gonna
and you're
fill
going to
this
get a
out?
pink form.
And...
Oh, no, that's not what I'm looking for, I'm reporting a crime, that's what I called the police department to have you come
See,
here.
over
This is a
here,
crime.
but here's the thing, we don't review court documents.
For us and the...
Yeah, but you're supposed to report the crime. So I need
there's
a-
no crime.
Yes, there is.
What is the crime, sir?
I just showed you this. This is 13550, interfering with child custody and visitation.
This is all parental court.
No, it's not.
We're
It's not civil court. This can be
we're
tried.
not saying it's civil court, it's family court.
No, it's not family court.
This is
either.
something you're going to have to take up with
The
the family
judge,
court
no,
attorney.
no. The judge told me specifically this is something you take up in criminal court. He doesn't do that there.
Okay, well,
That's
did you
direct-
speak to your attorney about this?
Yes.
Because that
and-
doesn't sound
Well, that's
right
what
to
we're
me.
filming that for. It doesn't sound right, but that's what it is. I've done the research. This is criminal.
Call the supervisor. Yeah, come, right? Okay.
You don't tell somebody
Alright, so I'll
that
call the supervisor
a
and since you
mutually
don't agree with
agreed,
me, I'll double
a
check with him.
mutually agreed parent time doesn't tell the other party telling you, hey, you gotta pay me money or you're gonna go to jail. That's extortion.
Can I just see your ID?
Yeah.
Can you you wanna pull this out for us, please?
No, I'm waiting to get the supervisor up here first.
Can you call the supervisor over here, please?
7 David 1.
You know why I'm doing this today? Because my wife has my daughter out of school 18 times for the second time, and 2 more days CPS is gonna seize my daughter from my wife, and I'm probably never gonna see her again. This has gotta stop.
Is there a reason why she does not want you to see the kid?
No, she's making it up because she
Wait,
was.
wait. What do you mean she's making up? What is she telling you every
Because-
time to visit a kid?
Okay,
Or to meet with a
she's
kid?
saying that my daughter is terrified of me. We already went through this. The judge
How
told
old
her
is your
doesn't.
daughter?
My daughter is 13 years old. I
Okay.
never harmed my daughter in my life.
So she's saying your daughter is scared of you.
Yeah, which they found
How
out
long you
not
have
to
not
be
seen your daughter, you said?
true. Almost, it's going on 2 years now.
2 years? Okay. And then what else you saying?
What I'm saying is,
When did this order went into effect to see your daughter?
May 3rd
Of
last year.
2022?
Yeah,
Okay. And then from since then to now, you have not seen your daughter?
I've seen
When
her
was the last time?
sporadically.
When was the last time?
October.
So past October that just passed,
Yeah,
you got
because
to see her.
she threatened me that if I try to see my daughter again, right on the corner where we're going to the place, and she told me, I'm gonna have you arrested. She told me point blank. So if I go to see my daughter, she's gonna fake something, just
Mhm.
like she's been doing.
Okay.
That's what she did. Cause when she was doing this with my kid, I told her, hey, look, if I leave, that kid is doomed. You're the one that's neglecting the kid. You gotta leave. I
Mhm.
told her to leave,
Mhm.
and I'll take care of my kid myself. If you're
Mhm.
not interested in being this kid's mother, I'll fill the role,
Okay.
even though it's reversed. And she's trying to make out like I have domestic abuse, telling CPS that I was arrested for domestic violence, and CPS trusted her word. And then I find out why they're stonewalling us and not taking her from her mother, who's not bringing her to school, and bringing her back here to the father who can actually make sure she goes to school and has a decent life.
You know, that's a judge you decide, not me, you know?
No, it's beyond that now.
You just
It's
wanna
beyond
put it out,
that.
say it's gonna with the supervisor's
Okay,
council.
well, I'm gonna start, either way we start
Yeah.
this out.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Even if it.
So
it is-
since October to now, how many, what different reasons she tells you that you couldn't reach your daughter?
Mind if I just
She
move this
doesn't
over?
have.
just
She
so I
does.
can
She
just-
doesn't. She doesn't care. She
No,
doesn't
but
have to
some
give me no
actual-
excuse. I get messages like this. I'm gonna do what I want, and it's too bad for you.
What do you mean, like, she's gonna do what she wants and too bad for you?
That's the way she is. She left the state, and I didn't even know if she was coming
ever
back or
given
not.
us- When was this order in effect, you said?
Yeah, when this order was in effect, she left the state for about a month. She disappeared.
Okay.
You're not supposed to be leaving the state when I have custody visitation rights. That right there is a felony.
And the last one you said, when did that happen?
This is the last one she gave me. This was December 8th. And I've been asking her since December 5th, okay, let's do our mutually arranged parenting time. I'll pick her up on Friday from school, and I'll bring her back to the house on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday afternoon.
What time was that? Did she say that?
December 8th.
9:40 a.m.
Yes. And then I called up the lady who's supposed to be doing the third party, and this is her name, and I told her, hey, I didn't hire you. Who are you to be putting your business in there? This is a private matter between me and my wife to work out.
Well, like
Who are you?
like your wife said, I don't want nothing to do with you. I don't want to see you.
No, it's not. It's
But
not
I
my.
get it.
It's not my. I don't care about my wife.
I get it, but
she could be on fire outside. I wouldn't
You're
care.
showing me the message that she said.
She could say that about her,
You know
but
what I'm saying?
not my child.
No, I get it. I'm not saying your child. So that's why she brought in the third party. But that's
No.
not arranged.
When we
That's
were
for you
going to
guys.
the visit, she was bringing them. She was bringing them there, and she actually walked up to me. I didn't walk up to her.
Mhm.
That's all baloney and garbage. I'm no threat to my wife. She has no domestic violence charges against me. She made it all
I'm
up.
not saying that. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, for this time, when this text here,
She's talking
She
about my
said,
daughter.
hey.
She has no right to decide that.
she said, hey, I don't want to meet with you.
No.
Your daughter can
no.
meet with you, but I don't want to meet with you.
No, I didn't
That's
say
why
she
we have
had
a
to
third
meet with
party.
me.
No, that's what I'm trying to
It says
clarify.
right
Yeah, that's
here,
what I'm trying
I'm
to say.
allowed to text and communicate her over the well-being of my daughter.
No, we're not. I'm not. I read
And
that.
we're also supposed to be setting up mutually agreed upon parenting time.
Correct.
She's resisting my right as a parent to see my child.
Okay.
And that's custody interference.
Okay.
That's 135.55. It's on the books. It could be argued, it could be 135.45 or 55, take your pick. Either one is not good.
You know it better than me. I don't.
Yes.
I don't know it. So.
And the
But I'll tell you
perjury,
something.
oh my God, the perjury. I mean, how could you break the judge's order? How could they end up with
What's the zip
this
code here?
versus this 11435? If I don't do this, I'm probably never gonna see my kid again. And she won't see the kid again either, because now CPS is breathing down her neck because she's up to the...
So let me see the last. This was the last message from her where you asked her to see the kid, and she said, you know, I don't feel like, you know.
Yeah,
I
well,
need
you
a
look
third
at him,
party.
I have nothing to hide.
No.
So I keep asking her, I keep
Listen,
sending
I'm-
the same
I'm
text,
doing a
please.
report. I need to know what's
Yeah.
going on more.
So I
From-
keep telling her, I sent her the law, I sent her the copy of I sent her the copy of this, and she just keeps repeating it. Now she just
What
doesn't
does she
answer.
keep on repeating? That's what I'm trying
Oh,
to find out.
you gotta do what I want you to do.
Where's that, sis?
Well, that's the original one.
Well, that's the one from
That's
December
December
8th.
And all the rest of them, she's still sticking to that.
Okay.
She's still telling me I have to pay a third party or else I go to jail.
What does that say that? Trying to see.
Otherwise, any further text will be considered as harassments and actions will be taken, which means when you get for
Okay.
breaking a court
If
order, you
want
go to
schedule a
jail.
meeting with Mr. Robertson,
Well, you
who's
still. I
present,
wouldn't be reaching out.
let
to
me
her.
know.
No,
Otherwise, any further text
on
will be considered
on the
as
well-being of
harassment.
my daughter.
So she's just
I'm
saying
allowed
that.
to text. I'm allowed to text.
No, I read it. I clearly read
Yes,
it.
yes.
Okay? It clearly says text. Where is it over here?
So my rights to see my child are protected.
You know.
The judge was wise
So
enough to
she
do that.
just said, hey, you know what? Other than, you know, if you don't want to get the mutual consent, it's just harassing me now.
How old
You know,
are you?
she could say whatever she wants.
Huh?
She
How old
has
are
a-
you?
I'm 59.
God bless.
She has freedom of speech just like you do. She could say whatever she wants. You get what I'm saying?
No,
So she just-
no, listen. When it comes
Listen.
to somebody telling me that you can't see your kid unless you pay a certain amount of money to a third
What's his number?
party, that is extortion.
406-3316. That's you. That's your phone number, right?
Yeah. 3316.
Yeah. All right.
So a situation where,
Yeah, that's his
How you
number.
doing, guys?
She's starting a while, last next week, December. She's saying that she's breaking the order from the judge.
Yes.
Here. They get-
Gentlemen, do you want some coffee
We
or?
got a bunch of documents there. The last order wasn't served to her. He said he sent her a picture. So I don't know if it was
She
served.
was there at court.
So,
She did get it.
so
She
I
was
don't know if
at
she got
court.
it or not. But he's
Are
saying
you still married or are you
that
divorced?
since
I'm getting
she's
divorced
not able to
ASAP.
see
But
the-
you're
see
still
the
married
kid,
now.
Yeah, still
Okay.
married.
that it's a criminal for the penal law. He's claiming that it's this in the first degree. So since she's telling him he's not seeing the daughter, and this was can I show him the message?
Yeah,
That was the last message pretty
she
much.
told me
sent
if
her.
I either do it her way
Hey, I don't
or
wanna see
she's
you.
going to have me arrested.
So yes,
It doesn't
order-
have anything for
there's
her
order
to
protection in
her.
place.
Can I say something?
Give him 1 second.
There's already protection in place where you can only text her about the kid concern. And then she texted him this. Hey, I don't want to see you pretty much. You know, if you want, you could meet with Mr. Robertson, you know, and we could go 50-50 and pay for him. So you could see the kid, so supervise visit, but
Could I say something on
he
that?
doesn't want to do that.
I'm supposed to have normal, mutually agreed upon parenting time with my child as it's worded on the order of protection,
Okay?
which means I say I'm going to pick up my daughter from school, whether she's there or not, and I drop her off at a certain time. It doesn't, and for that specific purpose, the order of protection's been worded that when I go to pick up my daughter, it's okay to have an interaction with her, but nothing, anything else. Go take my kid home here in her room. She can stay with me the weekend, and then I bring her back on Sunday.
Okay.
So what is that for?
Yeah.
He
He wants me to read.
Yeah, we're recording it. We're allowed to,
I know that, but what for?
because we knew we were gonna get resistance on this. My lawyer told me to record this, and I'm sending that videotape right to my lawyer.
Oh. Why would you get resistance on this?
Uh,
violating a
because
court
they-
order.
She violated a court order, but it's a felony,
Okay.
and I'm a victim of a crime. She also tried to extort me by getting money and make me pay a third party to see my daughter when I don't have to. And it has
You can
nothing to
call
do
your
with
law-
seeing my wife, it has to do with seeing my daughter when she's my
You
wife.
can call your lawyer about the extortion part. He will clarify this too. The extortion is what threat of bodily harm, what threat.
What
of
do you, I was threatened with incarceration. It's
How?
right there on the bottom. It says right there, keep harassing me.
Harassment
and-
is not incarceration. That's
No,
harassment
you,
is a violation.
why aren't you guys letting me finish?
What?
Harassment and actions will be taken.
Let's see what action she
What
takes.
happens
So-
if
so
she
this-
calls
let me
up and
speak- let me
says, I
speak now.
broke
She
the
made
order
a
of
statement,
protection, you
but-
go to
No,
jail?
Let me speak
He
now.
doesn't
So
wanna-
when
Okay.
she says harassment like that, and actions will be taken, you have to specify. We can't just assume what those actions may
Yeah.
be. We're not allowed to
I tried to
assume. We're
tell
only
him that.
allowed to know what we know indefinitely.
I just
Now, when
got
it comes to
back and
harassment,
forth,
harassment is a
trying to
violation.
explain
It has to be done in front of us.
Just do it.
And harassment's only
That's
if
what
she
I'm doing
threatens to
right
kill
That's
you
all
or
it
harm
is.
you in some type
Leave
of
it
way in
open
our
to the
presence.
Well,
This is
she's
open
saying that
spot.
I'm
That's it.
harassing her. I'm
It has
not.
to be
I'm
done in
just
our
doing what I'm
presence.
allowed to
No,
do.
absolutely.
And now that she violated the custody visitation order, I expect you guys to take this as a felony.
Where does she live?
She told me, because she had to. This is bad. My daughter's in bad shape. If she gets two
Where does
more-
she live now?
Yeah, but listen to me. The reason why I'm doing this, I didn't want to do this today. My daughter
I want
gets
to know
2
where she
more
lives.
days off, and CPS is going to take her away, and I'm never going to see her again.
Where does she live?
Let me see. She gave me the address here. You guys have to do something. You cannot just walk off and say this is domestic incident when that's a criminal felony right there.
Technically,
135.
it's domestic because you guys
No,
are
it's a
married.
criminal felony. It doesn't matter if we're married. We're going to
Crimes
custody
can occur
visitation.
in
There was a
domestic.
court order. She
Just
violated
get the
it.
address.
She
I'm
violated
trying to
it.
figure out where she lives.
She left the state for a whole month. And then I get arrested for looking for my daughter.
What'd you get arrested for?
For looking for my daughter.
When was this?
Oh, I can't remember. Steve, when did I get
She is a
arrested?
temporary.
Oh, it was like on a Friday or something like
She
that,
has-
and you were in,
yeah, it was-
you were over that, you were in jail,
Yeah, she
around
had
the
a
corner
text
over.
her.
On two
Right across
different
the street.
occasions, but he's not wanted or anything. So.
She lives in New York City.
And
Yeah.
I believe the judge dismissed the charges, right?
Yeah, he did dismiss the charges.
What's her name?
Clarissa Ellen Russo. I'm sorry, guys, but if you don't straighten her out with this breaking these laws, my kid's gonna enforce the care, and I'll never see her again.
What's her birthday?
Oh, August 10th, I believe, 1971. I don't want my kid going into foster care.
Never said a major. Is this a domestic incident?
She white, black, Hispanic?
But that's the thing.
Well, if you call her what she looks like, she gets mad. So I'll
How's she
say
look like?
Hispanic. I'll say Dominican.
Dominican.
She's saying, hey, I don't feel safe meeting with you.
It's okay.
There's a 50-50. Hey, we could pay a third party. And we could
It's
meet
not
up.
extortion. It's not extortion.
She-
I'll say that's what you can ask.
She's not allowed to do that.
Because the extortion. has
What
to
does she
be-
do for work?
But she have, for her safety.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
She's a
That's why
receptionist.
she wants them to have that party.
It's
And
not
they're
For the others,
50-50.
ignore them for
It's
now.
not a grand larceny, just do
I'm
it
trying to
with
figure
DIR
out who I
in regards
have to
to
contact in regards.
Yeah.
the custodial dispute.
Oh, brother.
And just put this down. That's it.
It's not a custodial dispute. She violated the custody
That's something for you
visitation.
guys to go on in court.
Alright, good.
So
You
please.
guys need me anything else?
No, it's not. It's not civil. It's criminal. That's what we're here today.
I'm gonna include all this in my report. And what does she drive?
Alright, have a good day, guys.
She don't drive nothing.
So she uses MTA?
I guess so. I don't know. I don't care what she does. Dude, I'm not obsessed with her like she might be cleaning.
These are just
I'm
questions I
worried
have
to
to
take
ask.
care of my daughter.
These are just questions I have to
Sir,
ask.
have you ever filled out a domestic violence report before?
Where does she?
No, I never filled one out.
So
This is
that's
gonna
why
help you.
I'm trying to ask that.
Where does
Because
she
right
hang
now-
out?
I don't know.
Sir,
You don't know?
I don't
Okay, that's
know.
fine.
The reason I ask you that is these are simple questions that we have to ask on a domestic violence report. Just like we need you to, if you could possibly fill this out, because if you're gonna put
So,
refusal,
yeah,
it's
no.
gonna be refusal as well on the
But
report.
can
And
I-
this is
can
for
I-
this
can I ask you
report is for
something?
your help.
Yeah, but can I
take the
ask you
court.
something? I got so many of these pink sheets. We're not going to court. The judge already told me. This is a criminal violation. He doesn't want to send anybody to prison. I'm to handle this outside the court.
Does she
Okay.
use social media?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
Maybe she does, maybe she doesn't. Okay, here's the address. She gave me this address.
That's okay.
She violated the
7236,
custody
115th
visitation
Street.
order. It's a crime.
112.
I'm gonna need the number to your internal affairs,
Okay.
and I'm also gonna need a copy of your procedures.
Well, I don't have a copy of our procedures on me.
Where can I get those?
You can look them up online.
Maybe when you call internal for affair,
Yeah,
should
they
have
will
it,
probably
most
send it to
likely.
you.
I mean, how many felonies is this lady gonna commit, and then my daughter get punished for it, and I get punished for it? It's about time the law goes equal.
Like I said, that's why I call my supervisor.
Does
and he
she
said,
does she
"To
own
just
any
do this,"
firearms
and
or
that's what
no?
I'm doing. So
I don't think she does. I don't know about her family though. It clearly says she left, leaving the state, and she left the state for about a month, and then you know she was coming back.
okay. And like I said, that's why we call
That's a
supervisors.
violation.
and
Yeah,
why
that's
we-
it.
Okay, I understand that. That's why I called my supervisor
Yeah,
over here.
yeah.
He came, and that's what he said he was gonna go with, and that's where we're going.
So you're gonna go with this?
Correct.
Okay, that's what
That's
I
why
want
we
to know.
call the supervisor.
Okay. See, so a lot of the police officers don't talk like you guys. They'll just sit there, fill out the paper. They don't tell you what you're doing, so you don't know where you're going.
Like
So
I
it leaves
said,
you in the dark with your
I
kid.
am going with what my supervisor said. That's why I called him because
Yeah.
I don't know too much about
Yeah,
it. That's why I told
yeah.
you from the start.
It's
And I will call him and find out.
scary.
And he's gonna, I'm gonna pass it on
Can I ask you
to
some other questions?
the domestic
We'll
violence.
answer to the best of our
Yeah,
abilities.
yeah. How could this, lead to this? I'm just curious about this.
Just take a look at it.
Where is that other?
Can you help us pull this out, please?
Yeah, well, I'm
Because this is your copy.
Yeah, this is
your
gonna help you.
part.
Now, how could this, from this, it's against her cousin, be directed against me? Because I'm not my wife's cousin.
Well,
I mean, that was
is what you
something
get
that
from
happened
court,
in
right?
court.
This is what
Yeah.
you get from
Yeah.
court. But this is what the court filed. So that's
Maybe
not
it was
on us.
something- was this
You got to
different?
find out how
This is
this
the actual. This is how
That's
she
the
got
hearing.
this. This is the hearing, and she says your cousin. And they ask her again, your cousin.
who-
She goes, yes, my cousin.
So
I'm
the
not her
question is,
cousin.
who give her this?
This judge here.
Then there you go. So you got to ask him how did he get end up from this and give her this.
Why? She's not supposed to have any of them after the
But
first
do
one.
you understand what I'm saying? You go to the judge and ask them.
I did.
You know.
Yeah, so what was-
So what did they say?
The last time you
They
guys spoke
said
was
she
the 8th.
filed new charge. Well, yeah. Well, we've
I'm
been
not the
talking.
judge. The judge is
I
way
just
better
been
than
sending her
me.
a text. Please comply with the
Okay, but
order
that
of
was
protection.
that was
I want to arrange to see
That
my
was
daughter.
that was the last issue you guys had, was specifically the 8th, where she said that that she wanted to split the visit costs with you, or she wanted you to pay for the visit costs or whatever, right?
Well, it specifically says mutually agreed upon parenting time, which
Can we get a
means
picture of that, please?
we both agree.
Why
or
don't you
it
show
doesn't
him,
happen.
show him the act, show him the last ERO where
Yeah,
you
yeah.
highlighted it,
It's there.
what you were specifically allowed
Or
not to do or not
mutually
to do.
agreed. She's not supposed to be asking for me money. No third party is supposed to be involved. It was there. That's why I highlighted this. There's options. I can text her and about my child's well-being.
Okay.
Now the school called me up again. They told me, hey, look, your daughter gets 2 more absences. We're calling CPS again, and this time she's not going home.
Okay.
So that's why I have to do this. She has to be reined in to follow the codes and laws so my child doesn't end up in foster care. And
What's
she
up?
has to give me the right to talk to my daughter and help her with her problems of going to school. Because when she was here and she started doing it, I stopped her.
Oh, officers,
All right, I got you.
thank you for being considerate, kind
Yeah,
of considerate
thanks
on
a
this.
lot.
Say what?
Can
Appreciate
pull
it.
this out for us,
Oh,
please?
what do I have to do here?
I'll just explain to us why you called us today and what's going on. Just a brief.
I'm just gonna be violation of custody
the
order.
forms. Yeah, I got you.
Custody
All right,
visitation.
no problem.
Whatever you want to put on that report,
Okay.
it's fine. If you want to refuse to, that's fine too. It's all up to you.
Okay. New York Penal Code 13055. I got the evidence. That's why I just take.
Can we get pictures of all these or for copy of all these?
Just need a picture of the text, actually, if you wouldn't mind. If I could
Okay.
just take a picture of it, but finish filling that out first.
Oh, I just put simple violation of custody visitation.
Okay, so just put your name, today's date, and your address here. Okay?
Hmm.
Because
It's more than
It's
that,
kinda
but
like,
when
you
the
know.
detective comes over, I'll
Yeah.
sit down with him
Yeah.
and we'll go through it.
Someone from
You
TV
guys are
recorded.
supposed to just take the report. You're not supposed to pass any judgments or anything
We're
like
not
that.
passing
No,
any
that's why
judgments
we're
on you at
asking
all.
questions.
That's
We're
the only
not-
reason we're
We're
Yeah,
trying to
that's
understand
awesome.
what's going on.
you know.
We don't
Now
judge
there's
people.
there's 3 people that are involved in this.
So, but your argument right now is with her, right?
Yeah.
All right. So,
Well,
put
the
her-
lady that I told, hey, you shouldn't be involved in this because you're asking me for money to see my daughter. I go, what is
But
that?
what does she work for the agency?
No, she's.
Is that the Robertson lady?
We
Okay,
pulled
that's a
the
third party
case.
who's trying to make arrangement with.
So, yeah. So
Okay.
it's
No,
probably
she has. Wait, guys,
So if it
oh,
makes
wait
you
a
feel more
minute.
comfortable,
let me,
just put her name
let
down
me,
there.
Let me
Okay.
clarify this. That court case from family court has been pulled out of family court, so that she should have no interference in my further custody. It's now going to Supreme Court, to divorce court. Okay. So now, even though this order of visitation / custody existed and been dismissed, it still was in effect when she violated it, so she's still guilty of that felony, 130-55. Plus, this person here is telling me I have to pay her to see my daughter. The court didn't order those supervised visits. She has no business being involved in this anymore. And there's no reason for my wife to feel afraid. I have no history of domestic violence. There's nobody could say I did anything to her. She made it all up so she could take my daughter out of the house before CPS came here. And they did come here.
What? This is the worst. The worst is that she's not letting you see your daughter.
Plus the extortion.
Okay.
Threaten me with incarceration if I don't pay a third party to see my daughter. And my daughter specifically expressed that she is not terrified of me and she wants to come with me to the zoo and stuff like that. And they told her, no, you can't do that right now. My daughter told me this.
If I remember correctly, on the court visitations, the lady has that recorded on their transcripts
Yeah.
of his daughter saying, "I want to see. I'm not upset. I want to see my daddy, my father." So.
You're saying that happened in court and is recorded in court?
Yeah, it was a court visitation, the act of visitation, and Carissa called up, said she's
worst
not
was
bringing
when
the
she
daughter
left.
in, and the daughter in the background said, "I
For a
want to see.
month,
I'm
right?
fine. I
That
want
was
to
the
see my
worst
daddy."
incident? Was when she left for a month, right?
Well, no, it's not, because now since I haven't seen my daughter since October, because she turned around and told me to my face, walked up to me, because she's terrified of me. She comes up to me and she goes, if you see your daughter again, I'm going to have you arrested. So I said, well, what good am I going to do for my daughter if I'm in jail?
When was this given, you said?
This is recent.
This is recent?
Yeah. She's complaining that she's a victim when the actual victim is my child, and I was trying to protect my child from her recklessness.
And when did this all start?
It started, where is that first, the attendance,
Yeah, the
attendance record?
It was-
When she went to Montessori.
Yeah, Montessori with the school the previous year.
Yeah.
That's when the absences started to pile up.
This is when the school pulled me to the side. Her last year at Montessori was like
It was like a year before it all
2
started.
years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago.
You have the records right there.
So,
I
you
believe.
know, I didn't yell at anybody. The lady pulls me to the side. Hey, we spoke to your wife. Your kid's out too many days. She keeps taking all these days off. And when she hits 20, we're going to have to call CPS. We're talking to you because we talked to her and she didn't do anything.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you a couple more questions, okay?
Uh-huh.
She ever threatened to kill you or your child?
I know she threatened to harm me by throwing me in jail for just asking where my daughter
No, but like
is.
physically, I'm talking about. Like,
Well,
like kill you, dead. You know what I mean?
or incarcerate. Oh, not
Incarceration is completely different from being dead. So
in
that's.
some places it isn't.
Has she ever choked you or strangled you?
No. We never did any of that stuff. We
So
didn't
it's
even
never gotten
argue.
physical.
No, the only time we argue
Is she jealous of you?
she doesn't like. I don't know how to explain this, but she doesn't like when the cat or my daughter show me any affection.
Alright.
So I don't know what's up with that. She would get really mad. I mean, man, it's only the cat likes me, so what?
Okay.
She
So,
treated me like trash. she
Just
did.
just fill out your address right here at this location, County of Queens. Okay.
Mhm.
So go ahead. and just sign the bottom and today's date. Okay.
It says, party may communicate via text only regarding to the welfare or well-being of the subject, child, or to arrange parenting time as ordered by the court or contempt jurisdiction or as a mutual agreement to the court. So they still can make agreements on time, on hey, how to visit and all
This is
stuff.
going to help you. Okay.
So,
Thank you.
So she still can make agreement on hey, you know what, hey, I don't feel like it's safe to work out, but then I don't know.
No, she's not allowed to do that.
Okay, I don't make those judgments. I don't make those judgments.
Mutual means both parties
It's your
have to agree.
copy.
One party
But that's
cannot
what I'm saying.
dictate
And
the
that's,
to the other
but that's
party.
what she's asking for.
No,
Which is she's trying to say, hey, would you agree with that?
She's not allowed to
That's what
ask me to
mutual
pay a third
agreement,
party
which-
or I don't get to see my daughter. To me, that's
She's trying to say,
extortion.
hey, you know what?
That's
Are you
extortion.
okay with hey, we got a third party in?
It should. Well, then, if she feels that way, why is she asking me for money to see my daughter?
She's saying we got to pay a third party. That's what you're saying. But I mean, that's not my issue. That's when you guys go to court and you gotta figure it out.
No, it's not. It's called custodial interference. Not only should my wife be arrested for it, but that person that's on there should also be arrested.
That's the phone number you requested, by the way. Okay.
What's that? Oh yeah, let me get that. You guys got to do something, or my daughter's gonna end up.
Domestic
in foster-
violence
Like I
officers will
said,
be
we're
in
gonna pass
contact.
this.
She's gonna end up in foster
supervisor
care.
on scene,
And you know
we're
what's the
gonna
bad
report.
thing about that? If they take CPS takes her for not going to school for the second year, not only will I not be able to see her again, neither will she. She's
Gotcha.
not in charge of her own facilities if she's doing this stuff. She's lying, openly lying and getting caught. In court, openly lying to the judge, filing false incident reports, telling him I was waving my gun around, and then the next instant she's saying, oh, I accidentally walked in when he was cleaning his gun. Now that's enough, guys. This has been going on for 2 years. There has to be a criminal report filed, and I'm sorry. She's going to have to get arrested for my daughter's sake.
And they took your gun away.
Well, they're telling me I can get it back, but if I don't claim it for a year, I don't care about the gun. I'm worried about my daughter.
Yeah.
If I don't see the gun forever, that's not going to have the same emotional trauma to me of not seeing my daughter ever again if CPS ends up seizing her. And I just got off the last week with the principal of the school, and they told me they're getting ready. They've been talking to CPS and they're getting ready to call her. But CPS is stonewalling them because she made another false statement to CPS that I had a domestic violence charge against me and I didn't have anything. And CPS didn't tell me this. They threatened me when I kept calling them about the welfare of my daughter, and they told me they were going to put me in prison. Why? Because I'm running around beating up my wife, supposedly. That's what she told them.
All right. Well, if there's nothing else we could do past here. We're gonna forward this to the write-off.
Will she be dealt with? She broke the law. Will she be dealt with?
Probably, more than likely.
That's
This is what the domestic guys are gonna
Yeah,
do.
that's gonna be
So
up to
it's
the
gonna be
detective,
calling
like
you,
you said.
okay?
They're gonna call you.
So you
and-
guys, you know detectives in Barty?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's familiar with my case. Please give it to him.
Yeah. I'll even show you
Yeah,
part of
yeah.
this whole thing. All right.
Yeah.
So I
Do
just
you
hope
need
I hope
pictures
you
of
have a
these
better day.
documents?
No, it's detectives
Thank
and
you.
Barney are each other.
Thank you,
2
officers.
years I haven't-
Officers, have a safe
Thanks
tour.
a lot, guys.
All right.
You sure you don't want some coffee,
No,
water,
no,
or
no.
something?
I much appreciate